Point 13 as to why business is booming. I build a great team. What do I build, everybody? A great what? A great team. Now, notice the word at the top though. It's build a great team. Not find a great team, not hire a great team, but build a great team. So, actually, I'll give you 2 points on this one. In a business, the simplest way I can describe it, you don't build a business, you build a team who builds the business. You don't build a business, you build people who build the business for you. You can't build it on your own, okay? If you do it on your own, you're just building a job. If you want to build a business, I remember when I was 21, I went to my dad and I said, you know what, Dad? I just can't find or I just can't hire good people. Can't get good people. And I'm sure none of you have ever said that, have you? You know? My dad turned to me, he's a very blunt man, and he says, Brad, you get the people you deserve. Thanks, Dad. But he was right. I said to him, what do you mean? He said very clearly, he said, son, listen, you're an average manager running an average business. The highest caliber of employee you're going to get, average. Here's why it's true. See, where do great people want to work? Great people want to work in a great company. Great people don't want to work in an average company. You know, great people want to work for a great leader in a great company. You think of building a football team. How do they build it? They hire a great coach, a great leader. They hire a great captain, and therefore they build a great team. The greatest players want to play for the greatest teams. Same is true for business. Now that's your internal team. By the way, how do you build a great team? You train them, you coach them, you mentor them, you educate them. You've got to spend money, time, and energy training your people, okay? I was in Scotland recently, and this guy, he questioned me on this. He started to argue with me. He said, but Brad, every time I train my staff, they leave. I said, yeah, but every time you don't train them, they stay. He was Scottish. It took him a while, but he worked it out. You know, now that's your internal team, okay? That's the staff. You've also got to build a great external team. You need to have great accountant. You need to have a great lawyer. You need to have great bankers, suppliers. You need to have great people, HR companies. You need to have great IT companies. You know, those are your suppliers. Do you need to have a great business coach? Yes or no? Hello, everybody. Yes or no? Yes, of course you do. You know, 10 years ago you didn't need a great business coach, but today you do. I had a journalist argue with me on this point the other day. They said, but you know, not everybody needs a business coach. I said, really? Tell me anyone who doesn't. They said, well, you know, I said, listen, if you find anyone that doesn't think they need a business coach, get them to write down their name, address, and phone number of their competitor. I'll coach the competitor instead. Let's see how long they don't think they need a business coach. You know, now it's not fair when you put it that way, is it? No, start to think of it this way. Every business needs a coach. In fact, you guys have an advantage. In the majority of the world where we do business, where about 12 to 18% of business owners have a business coach. Here in Mexico right now, you're just under 10%, okay? In some areas, it's down to about 4%. But you have an advantage. Get in early and get a coach. Do you want to be in the first 20% to have a coach or the last 20%? You know, in our business, everyone can have a coach, and I'll tell you why. We have a guarantee. Our guarantee is simple. We guarantee within 17 weeks to be making you more money than you invest to have us work with you. Why 17 weeks? Well, it takes 17 weeks for you to put the strategies in place for us to make you more money. Okay? Get them working for you. It's that simple. We make you more money than it costs to have us there. We guarantee it. It's in writing. You can have it. Okay? So everybody should have a business coach.